Today with us we have an eminent personality. He wears many hats. He's a filmmaker, author and a director, also a theatre actor, Yogesh Master. He is launching his new book, Nanna Arvina Pravidi. That's literal translation is The Prophet, My Cognition. And he's here with us to tell us more about this book. First, we would like to know what is this book about?
This book is my understanding about the Prophet Muhammad's life and his teachings. And it is my intention to share my understanding of a Prophet and his personality and his teaching, how it is universal and everyone should understand. Having their own different background, religious background or cultural background or whatever that social background they have, with that they are able to understand him and also appreciate him. This is the reason I felt it's a good time to write this book and present to the society.
So what inspired you to, write this book and tell us about this?
The inspiration is my appreciation towards Prophet Muhammad's life and his teachings. These things are being misinterpreted by many people with their own hidden agendas, where the hatred of these people is widespreading. This kind of things must be needed. This kind of things are needed. Of course, we have to see the connecting points where we can have that's a peaceful life in the society.
So, like how you said about this thing, that it's a lot of people are misinterpreting this and, they're spreading communal hatred. And in the recent times also we have seen that comments on Prophet Muhammad have led to a lot of controversies and then it has led to more communal tension. So what would be your message to people on both these sides? What would be your message through this book?
If we are able to contribute something that's good, that is constructive and productive, that we have to do. Otherwise, if we are doing something that's a hatredness and trying to divide the people on the basis of anything, that means we are really mentally sick. This kind of a sickness must be stopped. And also, really, Prophet Muhammad or Islam is not really very strange. It is very, very universal. That message and that teachings we can find in our own Indian texts also, in Sharanas, Vachanas and Kirtanas and many Upanishads we have. But people with their own intention, that's an ill intention, they are doing it. I think it is a mere the sickness of the mind and as well as that political agenda what they have, that's a hate speech and other things. I don't know, they are sick. I don't want to talk about it. Let us, that's what I feel. Let us stop about protesting and condemning and fighting against them. It is a waste of our time, energy and resources. Instead of that, we can really do something constructive like which can shed light on these kind of things.
Also, sir, how has writing this book changed your perspective on, religion, history, and even Prophet Muhammad? How has this changed it?
It is not new to me. From since my childhood, I am going through these books, and I know I have studied Quran as I studied Gita and Vachanas and Upanishads. I am basically very much inclined towards spirituality and philosophy. So, naturally, I had interest and curiosity about Prophet Muhammad's life and his teaching. So, it is not new. More and more, I knew about his life and his personality. It's really wonderful. It's a kind of a model. He is always kind of a model to be achieved, what I feel.
Also, sir, can you tell us who or what is Prophet for you? Like, you're talking about the model, like how he's a model. So, one quality or something that, you would aspire.
Is That's a humility, and his patience. That is a wonderful thing. However, he was being humiliated, and he practiced that patience. And always, he was really the people, those who tried to hurt him and kill him, he forgave them. And his concern for children is very much inspired me. The rest of the religion always teach the youngsters, rather it's kids, how to behave with elders and how to respect elders. Whereas Prophet Muhammad, so wonderful personality and his sensitivity, he teaches the elders to respect their children and understand their sensitivity. For me, he is not only a social engineer, he is not only a spiritual person, and also he is a scientist and a psychologist, especially child psychologist.
That's a beautiful thing to say. I don't think I've ever heard that about Prophet Muhammad. And next, I would like to know that, how do you hope that this book will change the perspective of the readers? How will it impact the readers? And who would be the ideal readers for these books? Like you were mentioning that how, the whole idea of Prophet, it's such a beautiful thing that he teaches how elders should behave with children and what mindset they should have. So who would be the ideal readers for this book, and what impact would it create on their lives?
There are people, those who are not completely, they don't have that kind of a hatred. They are being influenced by other forces. Whereas this kind of attempts for the ordinary people and those who are really trying to get into the things, like they are confused, they do not have clear idea. For such kind of people, really it can help. It may help them. And that it's a kind of introduction. It is not the complete. I don't think it will give them complete enlightenment. It will really pave a way for them to get into, to have curiosity, have interest, and have kind of interest, at least not to hate, rather to know it with an open-minded and with a big heart.
Also, so how would your book, impact or even change the whole perspective of Prophet Muhammad and Islam as a whole in today's world? Do you think it would change the way we see it, and what changes would it probably show us?
I don't think it will give any kind of a change as such, but the things which are there in Islam or in Prophet's messages, these people, especially non-Muslim people, can get connected with their own spiritual or other kind of background, whatever the different background. They may able to get connected so that they can understand it is not something strange or unknown thing, and there is no point in hating as such. It is our own thing explained in a different language and different places.
That's beautiful, sir. Also, art is considered as a revolution, and literature is such a big part of art. It's like a testimony during difficult times. So, what do you have to say about that and the book on the perspective of art being as a literature, and where would it stand?
The people, those who are interested in literature and art, they go through this, of course. In two way, the technique of the narration, what I have used in this book, it may draw their attention. That's one thing. And another thing, I am also a poet. I have written some things about Prophet Muhammad in a poetry form. That is also can be understand, or rather they may accept it. That's one thing. We have famous raga in Carnatic music called Sindhu Bhairavi. This Sindhu Bhairavi is very much influenced by the tune composed in Arabia, that's in mosques praising Prophet Muhammad. This Sindhu Bhairavi has come from masjid to mandir here. It is very much devotional tune, raga. Our famous composer Purandara Dasa have composed in this raga, Sindhu Bhairavi. Venkatachala Nilayam Vaikunta Puravasam. This tune has come from masjid, from Arabia. These kind of things are there, many things are there. We have to present it constructively, how we are connected, how we are all together, celebrate this life. That kind of things must be done. This is a kind of a small effort, rather it's a kind of a beginning from my side, I feel.
Also, sir, can you tell us what sort of storytelling have you used in this book? Like, if you would.
It is not like, it's a different techniques I have used in this book, especially comparative studies between different religions and streams of thoughts, and with Islam and Prophet Muhammad.
Thank you, sir. We are super excited about this book coming up. You can also check out this book. Here is the book that we have. Thank you.